Thank you for joining us. Today we have an update on the Bearspaw South Feeder Main repair and impacts to citywide water service. We'll be hearing from Director of Capital Priorities and Investment, Francois Bouchard. We'll hear his remarks and then there will be an opportunity to answer questions after. I'll now turn it over to Director Bouchard.
Thank you, Jamie, and good afternoon. I'm Francois Bouchard, Director of Capital Priorities and Investment with the City of Calgary. I will lead off today with some excellent news about our water use. Yesterday, our demand was 481 million litres, putting us in the green zone where we can operate the Glenmore Water Treatment Plant sustainably without undue strain. I want to offer my sincere thanks to Calgarians, businesses, and our regional neighbours for your collective steps to save water. It is truly making a difference. This reflects some of the encouraging community spirit we have seen over the past weeks, with neighbours sharing water-saving tips and businesses going above and beyond. Today, I acknowledge the landscaping industry, which has significantly reduced its water use and made substantial sacrifices to support this urgent repair work. I also want to talk about what lower water demand means to our ability to run our water treatment plants and distribution system. Calgary has two water treatment plants, the Glenmore plant on the Elbow River and the Bearspaw plant on the Bow River. The Glenmore plant opened in 1933 and was initially designed for a much smaller population. By 1972, we opened the Bearspaw plant to support our growing city. Over the past 50 years, these two plants have worked in tandem to provide safe, clean drinking water for Calgary and regional communities. But as we have shared, most of the water from the Bearspaw plant needs to travel through this Bearspaw South Feeder Main to get to your tap. While the feeder main is out of service, we need to rely on the Glenmore plant for most of our drinking water. This places significant strain on the Glenmore plant and the crews who are dedicated to keeping it running and providing safe, clean water we all rely on. To keep up with demand, we are operating the Glenmore plant at full capacity, with pumps and motors working at their maximum. In normal circumstances, we do not run the equipment at this level. This allows us to complete routine maintenance, have cool-down periods, and manage any equipment issues. When we need to supply more than 500 million litres per day, minor maintenance or issues can quickly impact our ability to supply enough water. Keeping water demand at or below 485 million litres, as we achieved yesterday, helps us fulfill underground storage reservoirs and allows for crucial preventative maintenance to avoid major failures at the plant. On behalf of the entire water team, I want to thank you for your efforts. I also have good news to share on the construction progress. At Sites 1 to 4 on 33rd Avenue Northwest and at Shoaldice Park, we have completed all 12 pipe repairs. We are now in the final stages of backfilling and paving before bringing portions of the road back into service. Our next steps will be to finish concrete curbs and gutters, sidewalks, and restoration of driveways and landscaping. We expect to complete paving at Sites 2 and 3 today, though paving activities are weather dependent. We will connect with those directly impacted to update them when driveway access and street parking will be restored. Repair work is substantively complete at Shoaldice Park, and we will begin removing equipment and fencing at that site. On 33rd Avenue at 86th Street, Site 5, one remaining excavation is ongoing. At one segment, backfilling is complete. Concrete pouring at the other two segments is scheduled for later this week. And finally, at Sites 6 to 8 on 16th Avenue, excavation and concrete pouring are complete. Concrete form removal and backfill are in progress. We are encouraged to see that the majority of the remaining repair work progressing ahead of schedule. However, the upcoming rainy weather may impact the construction, particularly paving. Tomorrow, we will share an updated schedule and more detail about the steps to complete construction and restore normal water service. Once again, thank you so much. We deeply appreciate everyone's sacrifices and efforts. We have more rain in the forecast tomorrow. So again, I'd like to remind you to take the opportunity to refill your rain barrels or other containers. Thank you all for your continued efforts as we can complete these essential repairs. I will now hand it over to Jamie to field questions from the media.
Any questions?
Yes, Mr. Bouchard. With the I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, well, driving the Glenmore Reservoir is so hard. I mean, you've had concerns over the weeks. So now to see the diminishment in water usage, what collective sigh of relief did that bring to the crews and to the people at the water plants?
Oh, absolutely. You know, like the people that operate our plants are extremely dedicated, and every single day, their goal is to make sure that Calgarians have the water that they need. So knowing that they can do that without stressing the equipment that they rely on to do that is extremely, extremely important.
And how important is it all going forward then that we try to maintain this momentum?
Oh, we have to keep this momentum going. We know that we're getting close to the end, but we're not there yet. And until the feeder main is back into service, and again, I'll remind everyone that there are some steps required to get the pipe into service after the repairs are completed. So we really need to keep on this path until we have completed the repairs and put the pipe back into service. And then we'll be able to see a lifting of restrictions and a return to normal.
Any other questions?
Just any timeline as to how you get that final red dot of turn on the water and have a long shower?
That's a great question, and please tune in tomorrow and you'll have all the answers that you seek.
Any other questions? Okay, well, we'll see you back at the Water Center tomorrow at 2 p.m.
None that I can remember.